Salve, salve galerinha, uma ótima tarde a todos, eu espero que todos estejam bem aí. E aqui estamos nós para trazer mais uma live pro canal aqui de um jogo aqui que é bem nostálgico aqui, né, velho? Um jogo que eu não consegui zerar no PlayStation 2 porque meu save bugou, né? Aí como vocês podem ver é isso mesmo, Metal Gear Solid 2, né? Sons of Liberty, né? Que faz os filhos da liberdade, né? Vamos relembrar um pouco desse jogaço aqui do Play 2, né? Matar saudade. E ver se dessa vez eu consigo zerar, né? Porque no PlayStation 2 na época eu não consegui zerar. No Play 2 deu bug meu save bem no final, velho. Vamos ver se dessa vez, quem sabe, a gente consegue zerar, né? O jogo meu save não bugar, né? Claro, né? Essa música é top, hein, meu? Eu tinha até baixado ela na época. O Riding. Esse Metal Gear foi onde que apareceu o grande Riding, né? All Rex. Metal Gear Solid 2, os filhos da liberdade. Vamos lá, né? Matar saudade desse jogaço. Oh caramba, toda vez eu esqueço, é o B.
Please.
Normal, please. Radar tipo 2.
Action level selected. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty will now begin.
Agora vai
Please
começar.
enjoy.
Por favor, aproveite. Please enjoy.
The Hudson River, 2 years ago.
2 anos atrás.
We had classified intelligence that a new type of Metal Gear was scheduled for transport. The whole thing stank, but our noses have been out in the cold too long.
A ponte do George Washington. O Snake, o vaporoso dele, né? Não larga nunca. Olha lá o vaporoso. Jogou o vaporoso. O Bob Jump, né? Isso aí no PlayStation 2 era top demais, na verdade. A stealth, camuflagem deles.
Boy, he's right on
Nossa garota pontual. É um revólver ao celote.
Soon enough.
Ô Gabi, boa tarde Gabi, seja bem-vindo parceiro, como é que tá Gabi? Só de boa, cara? Metal Gear Solid 2, filho da liberdade. É isso aí, Gabi. Você estando bem é o que importa, parceiro. Eu tô bem, graças a Deus, hein. Olha lá, quem chegou, o Kali aí, ó. Boa tarde, Kali. Seja bem-vindo. Como é que tá, Kali?
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Tá lindo o coração.
I'm at the sneak point.
Everything going okay?
Olha lá o Snake.
Stealth camo's busted. Landing impact.
We must have overused it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it. You're not in the military anymore.
Mas no exército.
I didn't plan on relying on this gadget anyway.
The private sector's not so bad, is it? Privacy guaranteed?
I'm happy as long as no one gives me any more unwanted gifts.
You mean that thing with Naomi?
And I can't say I miss the chattering nanny.
Abaixou.
Mailing's not so bad. That reminds me, I have to get in touch with her again.
Maluco
about that new
apareceu do
native
nada.
flashware.
Diverting toys from the SSCEN again.
Ah, isso aí, cara. Você
Give her a
estando bem
message
aqui
from
importa,
me.
parceiro. Só
Someone
alegria,
will
então. Eu
find
tô
out
bem, graças a
sooner
Deus,
or
estamos sim.
later. She's better off assuming it sooner and quit while she's
O
safe.
mundo te machuca
Too
por
true.
nada, Gabi. O
Okay,
mundo
Snake,
faz
let's
isso.
get to work. You know how the technical specs of Metal Gear were sold on the black market after Shadow Moses?
All Ocelot's doing.
Exactly. And now every state, group, and .com has its own version of Metal Gear.
Not exactly a classified
É, o Kali
weapon for
tá
today's nuclear powers.
This new one
sumidaço.
seems to have been designed to wipe
Depois
the
que ele
floor with
adotou
all
sua
your
nova
models.
identidade,
The only
agora
consistent
rosa lá,
description is
ele
that it's an
sumiu. Ele
amphibious
virou a rosa, tá
anti-Metal
sumido
Gear
agora.
vehicle.
That explains why this one is under Marine Corps jurisdiction.
The mission objective is to make visual confirmation of the new Metal Gear being transported by that tanker and bring back photographic evidence. But I want you first to go up to the top level of the infrastructure, to the bridge. We need to find out where the tanker is headed.
A little
Você
reconnaissance.
tá indo.
There's too much we don't know about
Agora
this
o
new
cara deve estar
prototype.
dando com bom farmacêutico. Ele mudou até o nome dele, agora é
We don't know
rosa.
how close it is to completion. If we know where the testing arena is, I can start to draw some reasonable conclusions.
All right, I'll head to the bridge ASAP.
Try to avoid confrontations. Our goal is to collect evidence on Metal Gear development and expose it to the world. It would be best if you could get out of there without alerting anyone.
Don't worry, I know the drill. We're not terrorists.
Very good. Don't you forget that you're part of Philanthropy now, an anti-Metal Gear organization and officially recognized by the UN.
Recognized, but still fringe, Otacon.
All right, let's look at your
Tem que
gear.
mostrar
Your weapon is a tranquilizer
como dá
gun
para um bom
converted from a Beretta
farmacêutico
M92F.
M9.
continuar
It's a little
estagiário,
hard to
né?
work with because you have to reload after each shot since the slide locks.
Não, mas você tem que
Better
mostrar aí, ó,
than
Gabi.
scabbing
Você
at
que
the
tá
mission
dando pra um
site.
bom
Good
farmacêutico
suppressor,
aí.
too.
The chemical stun
Yeah.
will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You can take down an elephant with that thing. Check out the laser sighting, too. The effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head. As for the equipment... Hey, Snake, cigarettes? What's wrong with you?
It's kind of a lucky
É uma
choice.
espécie de
You haven't
talismã.
read the Surgeon General's warning, have you? Here's the digital camera. Works almost the same way as your old one.
They don't look armed.
Hey, Earth to Snake. These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught. You're in stealth mode here.
Tenho prova essa
And if it comes to
semana.
that, a little beauty sleep never hurt anyone. By the way, Otacon, are you sure of this intelligence?
Absolutely. Hacked it out of the Pentagon's classified files myself.
No traces?
Oh, please. I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I
Você
hope
está
so.
paranoico.
Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea.
Simulado
You can get a
na
clear view
real.
of water from Riverside, too.
Para nós é cada mês, valendo 30
The water line is
pontos.
too
Mês de
high. According to the
matéria e
navigational
depois
plans,
prova.
this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too. Security should be tighter.
You worry too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international pastime these days. I'd say the cargo holds, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters. The chopper. What?
O cara fez o fura-bucha ali, né, no cara.
Looks like we're not the only ones after Metal Gear tonight.
Is that a chopper I just heard?
Affirmative. Probably another cavalry. What's their game? Hijack?
They're probably targeting the ship's controls.
Otacon, how many men do you need to take over a tanker of this size?
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say about 18 people.
A idealização é
AKS 740U.
Isso dar lei, nem muita coisa. É que precisa usar na hora também a legislação. Tem gente que vem com receita falsa, pegar medicamentos, tenta vender esses medicamentos sem receita. Depois, nossa, o povo é louco, né? Vender o remédio sem receita, né? Com o chapéuzinho de russo, né? Tem que ter o chapéu, né? Senão não é russo. Faltou o vidro de vodka.
Let's get
Né?
an ID on him ASAP.
I'm on it.
Nunca pensei nisso.
Looks like the tanker's theirs now. KA-60 Kasatka.
Kasatka? Kamov chopper, right? Killer whale.
Velho parecendo
We
Lula.
need to get a fix on who they are.
Eu quero
Judging
ver
by
no
their
teu
transport, aren't they
estágio.
some kind of military commandos?
Not necessarily. It could be the KA-62, the civil model.
Look, Snake, all we need is the photographic evidence of Metal Gear. As long as we have those, we can put it online and blow the whole thing wide open. So no pyrotechnics, okay?
All right. I'll do my best.
Darei meu
This isn't
melhor.
like Shadow Moses. Reach me if anything happens. The frequency
O
is
Otacon aí tá mais novo, lá no
141.12.
outro ele parecia mais
I'll
velho,
back
ele
check
parece
in and
mais
save
novo.
my progress.
I'll do it. There's a frequency set aside for it. 140.96. Sorry, but no
Mas
mailing
não
this
será
time.
Melim dessa
Call me
vez.
on the codec when you want to save.
Got it.
I'll be waiting just past the Verrazano Bridge. You need to be off that ship by then.
I'll be in touch.
Só de meme. Bem, e começou, né? Bora, vambora, bora. Vamos morrer aqui 1 milhão de vezes aqui, né? Porque esses jogos antigos não é igual os de agora não. Os de agora é easy, né? Pula. Cara, mas... Ah, agora eu peguei o jeito. Dorme. Corre pra dentro, Snake. Esperar o rei aparecer na farmácia e gritar aqui comprando. Aqui o cara precisando de Viagra. Que viagem é essa, Rosa? Fala isso não, fala isso não, passei por uns perrengues esses dias com essas coisas. Ó, o Gabi já manja das vendas dos produtos aí, ó. Freeze! Ela ficou parada. Oh. O tiozinho tá pobre, não tem nenhum item pra gente. Que tristeza, hein? Aí tá entendendo quem é Rosa? Olha lá, quem colocou o nome lá no Discord de Rosa, né? Né, Kali? Colocou o nome de Rosa no Discord, rapaz. Pelo amor de Deus. Se entregou mesmo, hein? Fui a vender, segurei pra não rir. A quinta série ainda tá em mim. É, olha lá no seu Discord, você vai ver lá a Rosa lá. Kali se incorporou mesmo, se entregou mesmo. Mas tudo bem, a gente é amigo do mesmo jeito, né? Sem problema. A gente não liga que você virou Rosa, não. Pode ficar tranquilo. Amigo, não chama mais Fortnite de verdade, eu sei que emissão? Como assim? Não entendi nada que o Rosa falou aí. Tem gente que é iniciante também, aí eles vão lá pro profundo e rir quando tudo. Que viagem, nossa, a Kali aí tá meio nervosa, eu não entendi nada, tá viajando mais que o Lobão sem pagar passagem. O gráfico ficou todo serrilhado, velho, não sei porquê, tava liso. Eu acho que é o botão na hora de gravar, daí fica ruim. O cara tinha ligado pra mim, pô. Mas vem os fugindo do trabalho lá. Pior que quando chega as pessoas com cápsula de vitamina falando que são todas grudadas querendo o dinheiro de volta, sendo que a bolsa tava o dia todo no sol com cápsula dentro.
Freeze.
Aí tem um cartão ali, ó. Como? Não E dessa vez a missão é descobrir lá quem tá vendendo Metal Gear. Só que a missão verdadeira dele é só saber lá, tirar foto, né? Cara, mas o cara tinha um negócio brilhando no bolso. Como se fosse um cartão de acesso, sei lá, né? Deixa ele aí, coitado. Tem outro maluqueiro ali.
Snake, wait! Don't move!
I see it. Some kind of device on both sides of the hall. Infrared sensors?
Right, and they're linked to...
Let me guess. Semtex.
Exactly. Plastic explosives. If you trip the sensors...
I'll be sleeping with the fishes, along with this entire ship.
That sounds about right. There aren't that many infrared beams. Maybe you can get past those without setting off the explosives. If you need to see exactly where the beams are, you can use the usual method. There's a fire extinguisher over there. Break it open and try scattering some of the extinguishing chemicals.
Ou atira no... naquele negócio meu, no extintor também, que aí foi que dá certo. Só que o gráfico ficou bem serrilhado, velho, porque na hora que você aperta o botão lá pra gravar, e o jogo falou que mexeu na textura, né, do jogo. O povo já sai coxando a bota lá, ó. Ela já cai do hélio, já põe no chão e já sai coxando a bota pra cima. Né?
Snake, did you find out where that ship is headed?
I'm looking at it. 35 degrees longitude, latitude around 58.
More than 500 miles off the coast of the Bermudas, out in the middle of the Atlantic. So the prototype is ready for solo testing. It's basically combat-worthy. That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range, too. It must be a standalone Marine Corps project, which means this prototype Metal Gear must be designed for independent deployment, without any naval assistance. Anyway, analysis can wait till later. Snake, you need to go down to the holds and locate the actual metal...
Eles mataram todo o povo aqui, bicho, eles são loucos, hein? Eu esqueci o nome dessa mina aí.
Has landed. I'm on my way to the tanker holds. Report your status. Control room, communications, and engine room are under control. All entry and exit points to the tanker hold secured. Infrared sensors placed and operational.
Good work. Are the explosives in place?
Yes, they are all planted.
Listen, once we have what we came for, the tanker will be scuttled.
And the vehicle's pilot.
He's the only one who underwent the VR training. No one else can do it.
Are you sure you can trust him?
Your part in the mission is complete. You are to leave at once.
No, it's not over yet.
I can see the moon, even in this storm, pale as death. I have a bad feeling about this mission. You swore this to me, that you would leave the unit once the mission was complete. Do not worry, this is a country of liberty.
No, this is where I belong, with the unit. I have nowhere else to go. Father, I want to stay and
Filha
fight.
do
There is no
Zaião, né?
choice to make here, Olga.
É Olga.
Need I remind you that you are carrying my grandchild? You will be on the helicopter out of here now.
Ela tá grávida então, será?
Freeze! Hands over your head, now! Toss your gun overboard, slowly. A woman. Show your face.
You men, you're all the same.
Who are you?
Vanessa Marshall faz a dubladora dela.
Nomads. Wanderers.
I said to move.
Ó, o subaco dela tá cabeludo, né? Ela...
Too.
I know that too. What else do you have there? Take the knife and toss it. Not there. Toss it overboard. Hold that position. Now, turn around.
You know what you're doing. It stopped raining. Not too shabby, is it? New York, I mean. And that brings our tour to its conclusion.
Scout knife with a surprise. You a Spetsnaz?
I think you deserve a little credit. No one's ever dodged that shot of mine. But no one gets lucky twice, either.
Aí, nosso primeiro boss. Oh, caramba. É ruim de
I've
controlar.
been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents.
E separando o sovaco dela. É, mas apareceu lá, você não viu? Quero...
We've shared
Oh, calma, deixa eu tirar ali.
bad and all the good. I have no one. Nothing except the unit. Oh! Nothing else matters to me.
Epa, mas deixa eu tirar ali, não.
Whoever you are, you're not stopping us.
Calma, calma. Olha, ela é rapidão, né? É ruim pra 10-0 pra me acertar ela aqui. Olha, como é dança na frente minha. Aí, Ney. Caramba, Snake, pô. Não acerta ela. Vai enfiar a cara de volta. Morri. Nossa, é muito ruim pra mexer com esse analógico, velho.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Agora a gente não vê aquele grito tão empolgante do Metal Gear 1, né? O cara dá aquele grito. Que eu caí, Snake! Acabou. Que dragão desse.
I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory
Tem que
were my
acertar
parents.
o outro coisa pra gente
The
ver ela
unit is
lá.
my life, my family. We've shared everything, all the bad and all the good. I have no one, nothing except the unit. Nothing else matters to me.
Toma aí.
Whoever you are, you're not stopping us.
O grito do Snake me quebra. Toma na cara. Meu, já tá muito tolando. Vai. Toma. Falta eu morrer. Calma. Cara, muito difícil acertar ela, cara. Aê, foi. Ela é facinho, recontrolar analógico também. O grito do Snake me quebra. Que história é essa, cara? Pô. É um drone.
Cipher? Otacon, the ship appears to be under their control. The men have Russian gear, but I haven't been able to find out anything else about their origin.
I know who they are.
You do?
We've ID'd the old man,
Who is he?
Sergei Gerlukovich.
Gerlukovich, one of Ocelot's allies.
Ah, esse carinha Sergei
Yeah,
foi
the
aquele
Gru
que o Liquid
He's the one Ocelot was
falou com
supposed to meet up with
o
after
Ocelot
Shadow
lá, até que o
Moses.
Liquid falou que não se
They're after
importava
Metal
com ele.
Gear.
Everything's changed. This is not going to be as simple as we thought.
You could say that. I saw a surveillance remote just now. It looked like the Cipher.
A Marine Cipher T?
No, Army.
First the Marines, then the Russians, now the Army?
You're right. This isn't gonna be simple.
Snake, there's something I have to tell you.
What?
We didn't dig up this info about the new Metal Gear on our own. Not like usual.
How did you find out then?
It was a tip. An anonymous tip.
Anonymous? You've never trusted those. Why would you start now?
Começar
I,
agora.
I have a younger sister, a stepsister. We have different parents. I only knew her for 2 years.
You've never mentioned her before. So?
The sender of the tip was E.E.
E.E.?
Her name is Emma, but I always call her E.E.
Emma? Emmerich?
Yeah, it just caught my eye, you know? I figured it was a coincidence, but I couldn't get it out of my mind. There's really no one out there who knows about her.
When was the last time you saw her?
Over 10 years ago.
You think it's a trap to lure us out here?
I don't know. After I got the tip, I did break into the Pentagon system to get confirmation.
Okay.
Watch your back, Snake. Maybe I screwed up.
I've got a light-equipped USP. I can take them on now. There's no ammo, but it takes a 9mm, just like the Marines' M9. I'll find those somewhere around here.
Don't raise too much racket with that thing.
I hear you.
Opa, peraí. Vamos dar uma pegadinha nela aqui de jeito, ó. Olha lá, ó. Mandou pega. Ah, de novo. Mais uma, né, pra finalizar. Mais uma, será que tem mais alguma coisa? Mais uma. Nada, agora não dropou mais nada. Tá lisa agora. E agora a gente vai ter que voltar, né? Eita, nós tem um guardinha louco aqui agora. Fica parado aí pra nós conversar, guardinha. Guardinha tá andando pra cá, velho. Quero ver acertar ele. Vamos, vamos. Ai. Mais uma caixinha de papelão. Mais uma caixa de papelão. Vamos ver o que tem aqui em cima, né? Tem uma enorme quantidade de nada. Também não tem nada. Dá pra subir mais ainda? Uma caixa aqui, ó. Tá, né? Isso aqui tem alguma coisa, né? Bem, agora eu nem sei onde tem que ir, né? Porque acho que vou ter que voltar. Tem aquela bombinha aqui, né, camarada? O que será que se eu... Op. Volto pra cima. Desce pra baixo. Acho que agora o cara já tá safe, né? Já. Ô Codefire, boa tarde, parceiro. Seja bem-vindo. Como é que tá? Mate um rank aí. Onde que salva mesmo? Acho que é aqui. É 140,96.
You wanna save, Snake?
Tá em que modo? Eu tô jogando o modo normal, modo história ainda, sabe? Eu comecei a jogar agora, né? É porque na época do PlayStation 2 eu não consegui zerar ele, né? O meu save bugou bem no final do jogo. Agora eu vou ver se eu consigo, né? Consegui zerar esse jogo
Snake,
top.
you of course know the saying, one for all for one?
What is this all of a sudden?
Oh, I figured you'd need a lot of motivation, so I came prepared. It's from the Three Musketeers. The book, not the candy bar. Anyway, it means that if you go up against everyone by yourself, they'll gang up on you too, I think. Since you're on your own on that ship, you need to take this to heart and avoid confrontations. How was that? Just like the old days, huh?
Almost reminds me of Mei Ling, but you sure you got it right?
Of course.
Me faz lembrar
And
da
I'll
Mei
teach you a
Ling.
lot more of these, you can count on it.
Great.
Tá, né? Agora eu não sei se o que é pra cá. Não, não é aqui não.
It's the Emperor!
O que vai dar merda isso aqui. Esperar aqui porque eu tenho certeza que vai vir aquele povo que encheu o saco lá.
The situation is normal. All clear.
Olha o tranquilizador no olho do cara, hein? Agora caiu. Esse maluco pra dormir, senão vai me dar dor de trabalho aqui ainda. Deixa ele voltar. Ô filho, encosta na parede, Snake.
Who's that? Enemy sight. What's going on? Respond. We've lost contact with Deck B. Backup unit.
Aqui tem 2 soldados, né?
Freeze.
É mó legal quando chega dentro de fazer. Ele fala parada, aí o cara leva um susto, né? Cadê? Eu te lembro que tinha outro soldadinho que ficava por aqui, ó. Olha o quadro da Quiet. Só que não, né? Tá batendo um ronco nervoso ali. Rapaz, que é importante. Tá, né? tava arrumando a cozinha. Ó o Gabi, rapaz, arrumando a cozinha. Brinca. Nossa, esse cara tá fedido lá, ó. Cheio de mosca. Será que tem que pegar o... Oh, caramba. Porque as moscas foi pro Snake lá agora. O Snake tá fedido, pegou o fedor do cara. Ó, deu 2 itens, velho. Esse carinha que tá rico, hein? O que tem pra gente aqui? Tem a câmera. Ah, a gente consegue ver as Claymore escondidas, né? Aquelas bombas. Isso aqui é caixa de papelão, uma dog tag que a gente pegou lá da Olga, bandagem. Ele usa muito isso aqui, né? Essa porta não abre. Isso aqui vai lá fora, né? Mas... ele tá batendo um ronco aqui ainda. Gol do Brasil. Joga esse cara pro fundo do mar. Só assim pra limpar. Ela, até o Snake tá fedendo agora que mosca. O Snake ficou fedido agora com as moscas do cara lá. A Raven, quer ver ele falar?
Raven?
Raven, olha lá. Que é o Xamã Raven, né? Do... Mas um bonequinho, olha lá, os caras zoando, né? Os caras colocou o bonequinho do Raven aqui, ó. Naquele boss lá da Gatling Gun do Metal Gear Solid 1 lá. Pra enganar a gente, né? Eita, nós. Tinha um zumbi dentro do armário. Um zomba. Tá, esse cara tem algum item? Joga um cartão aí pra nós, zomba. Esse negócio de pegar os caras desse jeito é zoeiro, né? Deixa o cara lá em paz, né? Abre o armário na porrada lá, capoeira lá. Não abre o bagulho, velho. Só que aqui tem um cara bem aqui que vai.
Freeze.
Pegou ele no modo carriola lá. Modo carriolinha. Deu uma munição, né? Vai, dá outro item pra nós aí, vai. Tá liso agora. Vamos jogar ele dentro do armário aqui com o zomba ali, ó. Lembro que aqui tinha outro maluco. Olha lá, ele tá lá embaixo. Oi, Nick, pra olhar, pô, não dá pra encostar não. Ah não, tá o doidão lá. Dorme você, amiguinho. Tem um maluco aqui embaixo, ó. Esse cara aqui vai acabar me entregando. Ah, ele aí, ó. Cadê ele? Cadê ele? Cadê esse cagueta? Cadê o cagueta? Era bom se a gente pudesse jogar ele no rio mesmo, tá ligado? Eu ficaria feliz se pudesse jogar ele no rio. Aonde tem outro cagueta ali embaixo ali, ó. Na perninha dele, pra ele ficar ligeiro. Na botinha. Cagueta dormiu, vambora. Deixa eu cair de cara da escada, né, velho? O cara acordou já? Porra, o cara tem sono curto, hein? Já acordou, meu maluco? O Lucas logo vai acordar, né? Porque acho que... uma raçãozinha, né? A gente não pode perder, né? A ração do dia, né? Não. Olha lá onde tá o amiguinho lá, com a cagueta, tá lá embaixo. Quero ver se dá pra acertar ele daqui, hein? Será que a gente pode atravessar aqui? Não. Ai, cagueta, cagueta. Da pau mandado, aquele lá foi foda, né? Aquele lá já ficou marcado, né?
Repair of the entranceway to the engine room on the port side is complete. We'll return to position following patrol of the small room on the port side. Fica batendo igual metralhador. Tudo.
There's another set of infrared sensors in place. If you touch that, the explosives will detonate and that ship will be pulverized.
I'm not in the mood to go sleep with the fishes, but there are too many sensors. Looks like I'll have to find another way.
No need to worry. There's a way through. Take a close look. Do you see the thing with blinking green lights right next to the explosives? That's the control unit for the sensors. Destroy that, and the sensors stop functioning. You can't get in close enough to touch it, so you'll have to shoot it out. But the M9's knockout rounds won't work. The USP you picked up should do the trick. Use that gun. Snake, what's wrong? Snake! Snake!
Mas eu pensei que tinha dado certo. Que mentira, hein? Sabe? Eu acho que tem mais de um desses negócios, né? Porque, ó, deu certo. Falou que desativou, mas eu fui lá e morri. Tô me enganando, hein? Acho que tem que subir aqui, ó, vamos ver. Tem ali, ó. Chegou até desativado, não é possível. Deve ser isso aqui, será? Ah, era 3 sensores que tinha.
Holds in 10 minutes time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
Tá, né? Tem uma porta aqui, isso aqui. Como eu tô de vida, será? Acho que já usa, né? Já fica de boa, safe. Tem nada aí. E amiguinho, se tem algum item pra nós aí? Dropou mesmo. Ah, dropou um item, rapaz. O cara foi gente boa ainda. Eita, nós tem um maluco aí, velho. Nem tinha visto esse desgramado. Agora é assim, né? Agora tá dropando ração adoidado, mas quando eu precisar de ração não dropa daí. Olha o cara curtindo um rockzinho, né? Ele tava curtindo um somzinho ali, empolgado, rapaz. Não dormia aí, vai. Você, amiguinho, que você tem pra dropar pra nós? Acho que é bom que a caixa da arma silenciada. Vou ficar com a arminha na mão, qualquer coisa a gente pica a bala ali.
We have sealed the stern hatch. The lift is also under our control.
We're on the foredeck, about to descend to the holds.
Sir, the Marine Commander has started his speech already.
We will complete the preparations before the end of the speech.
All communications to the holds have been severed. No one is aware of our presence.
Let no one down into the holds until we are out.
Yes, sir. We will secure your exit with our lives if necessary.
There is one more thing.
Yes, sir.
My daughter, keep her safe.
Yes, sir. Who goes there?
Bala no povo, né? Porque... Vixe, velho. Nossa.
Who goes there? Oh, Shalashaska. Why are you here? We thought you were with the Colonel. What the?
The Colonel will be joining you soon, comrade.
Snake, are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected. We've already passed the Verrazano Bridge.
All right, we'll use another recovery point.
They may be planning to change course.
What?
The exits to the deck are all sealed.
What are they planning?
If they get Metal Gear, we're going right off the fringe.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses
The men down here are definitely Marines.
The current state of nuclear...
If the deck is sealed off, they have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken over.
I'm not interested in fighting these guys. The weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
No. I'll have to go around to the bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed?
I don't know. Not the beach, that's for sure.
Okay, Snake. Let's go over this one more time. Use this camera to get photographic evidence of the Metal Gear prototype. Now do your thing and take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We need 4 shots. Metal Gear from the front right, and front left, and a close-up of the Marine Corps marking.
Marking?
There should be a Marine's insignia on the body of Metal Gear. Just let someone try explaining away a clear shot of that.
All right.
There's actually one little thing.
Just spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
It looks like someone's monitoring our transmission.
Who?
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they tried to interfere with our communications.
Could it have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the encryption protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the block where Metal Gear is housed. I've made arrangements so that you can send the pictures from the machine.
Arrangements?
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into U.S. military's proprietary network. Managed to get into that workstation and overwrote a part of the system software so I could remote install a little app I wrote.
Why bother with anything that complicated?
No, it's pretty simple, really. Look, all you have to do is stand in front of the machine and push the action button. The app will automatically launch and download the image data from the camera, split the files, and encrypt them individually. The data packets can then masquerade as...
Okay. So all I have to do is push the action button in front of the computer once I have the pictures, right?
Well, sure, if you put it that way. And one more thing. The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or two.
A 7-minute time limit, huh?
Remember, Snake, just the photos, okay?
With these kinds of odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
All right, we'll deal with the rest when we get there.
Stay low.
We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this. At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise you that they will not succeed.
A mocada que você pensa, hein?
This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Some say that the strategic importance...
Deu para passar de primeira, né?
Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind.
Cara, vai ser chato esse aqui.
You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Left. Down. Left. Down.
Duro se ele virar pra direita, ferrou.
To move on, I have a daughter, and it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that is my duty.
Parte aqui, ó.
Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected, and make its landing on any shoreline.
Muro que agora tem que esperar ele falar.
Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System identifies targets with unerring accuracy. You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration. The current state of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
Metal Gear.
The National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure, and the success of the 1999 trials is... now considered a chance.
All right.
There was no technological solution in sight, and the program was already attracting strong criticism from Russia and China for its potential violation of the anti-ballistic missile agreement. The fact that any development in missile defense would trigger accelerated weapons development has been pointed out from the very beginning. President Sears forced the NMD proposal through and succeeded in deploying the program. Some say that it was a military interest, with plans for the $100 billion program budget that actually arranged the legislative approval. Former President Sears did also act towards reducing the nuclear stockpile while nurturing the NMD concept. It was he who lowered Start 3's ceiling for tactical nuclear weapons in order to bring Russia around to approving a revision to the ABM Treaty. Everyone believed the world was headed for the end of the arms race when Shadow Moses happened.
Ah, mandou uma foto aqui no nosso computador. Nossa senhora. Que isso, velho? Só pra mandar uma fotinha.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? Okay, first up. Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the bag.
Tem que ser agora na direita ou tem que ser
Okay, last one's coming up.
We have intelligence that there are anti-Metal Gear terrorists planning to target the ship. Intruder to the right!
Good.
Intruder to the left!
Agora me pegou. Que draga.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Que o tempo tá comendo
The
solto.
National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was
all right.
The success of the 1999 trials is now considered a chance happening. There was no technological solution in sight, and the program was already attracting strong criticism from Russia and China for its potential violation of the anti-ballistic missile agreement. The fact that any development in missile defense would trigger accelerated weapons development has been pointed out from the very beginning. President Sears forced the NMD proposal through and succeeded in deploying the program. Some say that it was a military interest, with plans for the $100 billion program budget that actually arranged the legislative approval. Former President Sears did also act towards reducing the nuclear stockpile while nurturing the NMD concept. It was he who lowered Start 3's
all right.
tactical nuclear weapons in order to bring Russia around to approving a revision to the ABM Treaty. Everyone believed the world was headed for the end of the arms race when Shadow Moses happened. Even though the development of Metal Gear Rex is still outside the bounds of official truth, everyone in the international military community knows the facts. Its specs spread across the globe like wildfire. And the nuclear race.
Good.
Again, the only thing that can reverse its course is this Metal Gear.
All right.
Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age. The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. NMD technology to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if this theory is correct, it means that there was a calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity by specific interests within the military-industrial complex. We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces. That is our mission. You will bear that in mind.
Falta minuto.
This turned out to be longer than expected. Addy!
Vamos ver se vai dar certo.
Looks like I have your photos now. Let's take a look. The first image is... This is great! The Marines lettering shows up really well. The next image is... Okay, this works. It's a great front view. Next up is...
We, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Reign. That is all. Dismiss.
Alô, Gabriel, boa tarde, seja bem-vindo, parceiro. Como é que tá? Metal Gear é um jogaço, né, velho? Olha o pai da Fortune aí, ó.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the?
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. And of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back. Glukovich. Nobody move. Understood? This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly. At the target. Get a move on.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Now you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back. Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo? How's that possible?
Ocelot, have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Glukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidus?
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War. Metal Gear only has room for one! Glukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
Sergei, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitorous dog!
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
It's been a while, brother.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother. No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox-Eye program.
Ouch! Get out of my mind, Liquid!
The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm!
Liquid's arm.
Have what it takes after all! You're going down, Snake, with this tanker!
Lembra muito Godzilla, né? O estilo dele.
Otacon, we have a problem.
Seguiu.
Proceeding as planned, sir. Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's news flash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Calling teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group and they have the big shell under complete control.
Come in from downwind and pull up fast. Get ready to fast rope down to Shell 1. 5 minutes to ETA. Alpha, your top priority is to rescue and safeguard the President. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion? What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the big shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The President?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have 2 mission objectives. 1, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And 2, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary.
Muito psychomints.
You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
Raiding.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant's struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the Big Shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Lembra muito do Metal Gear Solid 1 esse negócio de subir o elevador aí.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
As baratas. Vamos ver que não tem nada. Que lembra muito a cena do Metal Gear 1, né? Que a gente tem que subir o elevador lá.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gerlukovich man.
Gerlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Oh.
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high, should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
Before you head for the upper section of the Big Shell, log into the node. The node is at the far end of that area, to the east of the elevator. You're currently using artificial blood. The punch is the basis of hand-to-hand.
Aqui, então tá, né? Quantas letras cabem? Vamos ver. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Vamos ver se dá pra pôr o meu nome. Cadê? Como que apaga? Então tá, né? Vamos aqui. O que é aquele botão aqui B?
Sai fora! Nossa Senhora!
Nome da lenda, né? Cadê aqui? Aqui, ó, Brasil. É isto.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now?
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the Start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose.
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96. I just switched frequencies. Jack?
What?
Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
April 30th. Is there something special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh well. I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
Deve ser o dia do namoro dele, né? Ai, tio, sobe. Vai, Raiden, sobe o elevador.
Raiden, the enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives. You must stay out of sight.
Uma bicuda nele já, pronto. Vamos embora daqui. É a mesma cena nostálgica do Metal Gear Solid 1 lá, quando o Snake sobe o elevador.
The terrorists call themselves Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
Não. Alô, Doberman, boa tarde, parceiro. Seja bem-vindo, Doberman. Como é que tá, parceiro? Só de boas?
It would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all. Stay extra sharp until you can find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and C.
And the president?
Seems he was spotted on strut B.
Strut B?
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2. Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment. First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Got it.
Aí, isto. Uma bandagem aqui, né? Sobe aí, Raiden. Eu lembro dessas gaivotas no PlayStation 2, era mó engraçado, tá ligado? Você pisar aqui nas bostas dela lá. Era muito engraçado isso aí no Play 2. Aí você pisa na bosta dela lá e cai. Aí sim, hein, Doberman, é só alegria, parceiro. Você tá no bem, o que importa, brother. Eu tô bem, graças a Deus. Como que eu vou chegar ali, né? Tá, vamos ver se dá pra subir aqui, não dá, né? Vamos ver essa parte aqui. Tipo, você pode acho que descer aqui, ó. Vamos ver se vai dar certo. Ah, não vai mais não? Fudeu então. Só que ele não passa, ele fica só ali. Detalhes do Metal Gear. Mas era divertido, velho. Às vezes eu ficava só dando risada desse negócio. Ele escorregando na bosta da gaivota, ele caindo no chão. Era muito engraçado. Cara, mas eu lembro que eu subia. Eu lembro que aqui dava certo, cara. Fazer esse esqueminha aqui, ó. Ele chega aqui e para, não sobe. Será que é desse outro lado? Vamos ver. Não, também não vai, ó.
Raiden, look at that wire fence. You may be able to crawl through it. Crouch down using the crawl button, then push the left analog stick in the direction you want to move. Push the crawl button again to stand up. You can use weapons even while crawling. This is different from VR training, so you keep that in mind.
É aqui quem tem que ir. Ai, meu irmão.
Raiden, SEAL Team 10 is in.
Do we really have no line of communication with the SEALs?
They don't know a thing about us. You know we work in the dark, and this mission is no exception. Only a few people know about your presence here. There's no need for concern. This operation is under Pentagon's direct command, and the NSDD came from the Vice President and the Secretary of Defense. Your mission may be top secret, but it's gone through the usual channels.
Aí entra, mano. Tem alguma coisa aí, mano? Ah, dá pra passar por aqui, né? Deixa eu ver. Só pra ficar escondido. Pensei que tinha algum item aí, velho. Não tem nada. Só pra se mocar dos caras. Pera aí, deixa eu tomar uma água e já volto aí rapidinho. Vou tomar um copo de água e já volto. Divertir. Bora lá, né? Deixa eu salvar aqui o jogo.
What's up, Jack?
Nossa, essa música de pausa desse jogo é muito boa. Mó relaxante.
Jack, do you remember what day tomorrow is?
That again.
Isso de
I'm
novo.
sorry, but I still don't have a clue.
That's okay.
What is it, Rose? Talk to me.
I'd rather you figure it out. It's important.
How
Deve ser o dia
important?
do namorado
Important
dele.
enough?
Do namoro
And
dele.
we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Why not now?
Tomorrow seems more appropriate. I need all the help I can get so that I won't chicken out anyway.
Is that the reason you decided to be part of this mission? Okay, I'm gonna finish this thing by tomorrow no matter what.
You know I'll do everything I can to help you.
Rose, there's something I need you to do as an analyst.
What is it?
It has to do with Solid Snake. The leader of this takeover incident is claiming that he's Snake himself.
The legendary mercenary?
I need as much data on him as possible. Everything they have on him after the Shadow Moses incident.
He's dead now, isn't he?
Yes. Should be a burial record somewhere, too. You should be able to request top-level security clearance from the Colonel. That should get us into the most classified material.
I'm on it. I'll contact you as soon as I find out something.
Ô, cara, apertou o botão
Jack,
sem
do you
querer.
need to say? Hang in there.
Que é o mesmo botão do coisa, a gente erra toda vez. Que triste. Vambora, né?
I'll go check the roof. I'll leave the first floor to you, okay?
Understood.
Tá um frio absurdo aí, aqui também tá começando a ficar frio, viu? Olha lá onde tem que ir, no Node. No Nerd, né, que fala.
Colonel, I've located the node, but it's under heavy surveillance. I can't get in any closer.
Distract them. Try making some noise to draw their attention away.
How?
Flatten yourself against a wall and hit the punch button.
Got it.
Got it. Vamos tirar ele pra dormir, tá, velho? Pronto.
Got one, I see. Don't leave him lying around. Hide the body as soon as possible. When his comrades come back from the roof, you don't want him being found. If they do find him, they'll be on the alert and things can get difficult. When you take a hostile down, hide the body where a patrol is unlikely to come around. You can drag an enemy personnel's body. This is how to do it. First, walk up to the body, and with all weapons deselected, press the weapon button to pick it up. As long as you have the weapon button held down, you can move around with the body in your grasp. Release the weapon button to let go of the body.
Aqui também tá um frio louco, rapaz. Tipo, de tarde tava um pouco esquentou, mas agora à noite vai anoitecendo, vai ficando mais frio. Só dá item se a gente pegar ele pelas pernas. Deixa eu ver se tá certo. Quando você pega ele por trás não dá nada, mas se pegar ele por aqui, ó, pelas pernas, carriolinha, ó. É que isso aqui tá liso mesmo, dropa um item. Aqui tá liso. Opa, tem que controlar um pouco difícil. Aí pronto, tá escondido o corpo. O presunto tá escondido. Será que tem que fazer alguma coisa? Não, radar tipo 2, som estéreo. Tá, né? Acho que não tem que mexer em nada. ReinaldoDBZ Terrorista Simulator. É nada, rapaz. Ó, já dei... Ó, então um coisinha ali pra nós aí. Não, só munição. Escondeu o corpinho do amiguinho ali, né? Os outros não vê. Cara, eu nem sei pra que lugar que vai isso aqui, viu, na real. A gente não tem um mapa do bagulho.
According to the SEAL Team 10's communications, the president was signed.
Tá, agora... Oh, de novo, eu esqueci que é o botão B que a gente sai. Tem duas portas, tem essa aí. Tem aqui. Tem como subir, né? Olha que engraçado. Isso aqui era do PlayStation 2, ó. Você aperta que ele dá um beijo na foda da mulher lá. Eu lembro isso aqui do Play 2, era mais divertido. Uma raçãozinha, né? Eu vou entrar aqui pra ver, vamos ver o que vai dar. Não sei se é aqui, se é ali, que o mapa é tudo confuso, hein? Olha o drone. Você sabe quando o cara é foda e desliga na cara do chefe.
Watch your back. That's a cipher, a type of UAV. If it spots you, it will alert enemy personnel. Exercise extreme caution. But you can use chaff to set up an interference field. That'll knock its sensors offline for a while. Try to locate some chaff. You can also destroy the engine or the camera. Some of the UAVs may be armed. Be careful.
Copy that.
Wait a second. I just intercepted new intelligence on the operation being executed by SEAL Team 10.
Intercepted?
As I said before, they need to be kept in the dark about our presence.
So we just listen in?
I'm patching it through.
This is Alpha Zero. We have the president. Is he safe? He is safe. What about the package? Tell the guys upstairs that we've secured the package. Easy money. Good work. Your retrieval is on the way. Come on home. Roger that. Holy! Alpha Zero, report. Damn it, cover the president! Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Alpha Zero. We're under attack. Crazy. Is that? Alpha Zero, respond. All Alpha, respond.
Raiden, the president's life is in danger. Head to Strut B now.
Será que eu tenho granada shaft? Tem nada, velho. Não tenho uma granadinha. Nem arma eu tenho. Ah, já era. Que merda. Ah, a granada tá ali, ó. Aí, shift grenade. Mas nem precisa jogar minha granadinha ali. Tem aí, tem como subir, mas não sei se é mesmo caminho se subir ou descer, tá ligado? Eu vou entrar aqui, vai, vamos ver o que vai dar, né?
Nothing here.
Nothing here. Põe ele pra dormir, né? Porque, né? Como que pega a revistinha ali? Onde tem um código ali? Acho que não pega agora não, sei lá. Ó, aqui a gente sobe, ó, aqui também. Tem que ver a capoeira, onde que eu... Onde que é a capoeira? Aqui, ó. Que achou o corpo do cara ali, velho. Esse gemido dos guardas aí tancar.
Send a replacement guard for the area.
Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to Strut F. Intensify the level of security.
Caramba, não deu nem tempo de esconder o presunto, os caras estão aqui já. Intancável é foda, né? Acabando, hein? Vamos ver se os caras estão dentro. Eles foram embora, né? Aí eu saio daqui e dou de frente com os malucos, né? Granada pra deixar tonto, na stun grenade. Tem um maluco aqui, ó. Morreu. Pegou ele no carriolinho, ver se ele dropa alguma coisa, mas tá difícil. Não dropa nada, velho. Que povo miserável. O que tem aqui, será aí? Tem um bagulho aqui, ó. Shaft grenade. Fechado. Esses guardas já foram mais bonzinhos, hein? Ih, vai mandar mais gente aqui, velho. Ferrou. Ferrou. Ai, os caras aqui são chatos, hein, velho. Ah, vem uma quarteta ali.
On board. All units maximum alert. Send a replacement guard for the area.
Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to Strut F. Intensify the level of security.
Os caras andam em esquadrão ali, você viu? Um quarteto. O pior é que vem outro guarda aí. Vamos esperar, né? Tem que ter paciência. Da onde sai tanto guarda? Sei que os caras vêm em peso ali, você viu, Doberman? Se você derrubar um, vem 4, véio. Os caras não tá nem aí. Os caras chamam um esquadrão deles. Quer ver? Mas ficou um cara aí ainda, sabe? A gente pensa... Ah lá, não falei, ó. Veio um maluco ainda. Tipo, você derrubar um, volta um. Ficar meio atento aqui, né? Aqui não faz nada.
Nothing here.
Nothing here. Deixa eu ver se tem alguém aqui pela frente, né? Quer dizer, eu dou de frente com o maluco aí. Ah, você pega o item daqui, eu acho. Você pula daí. Ou daqui também, ó. Quer ver? Vamos testar. Vamos ver. Mexe aqui, não dá nada. É que você tem que ter aquela arma de... É tipo uma arma que parece uma arma de spray, sabe? Pra você desarmar essa bomba C4 aí. Isso aqui é tipo uma bomba C4, mas pra frente vai ter que vir aqui e tentar desarmar ela. Saber onde esse guarda tá agora, senão eu vou dar de frente com ele ainda. Que a câmera que... Ai, que susto, cara.
It's the enemy. I need help.
Vai, velho. Caralho, velho. Olha, não bate no cara na pau. Agora eu tô ferrado, o cara vai vir louco aí. Sobe, sobe. Eu levei um susto, cara, bati de frente com o doidão. Sabia que aquele guarda ia estar ali em algum lugar, mas não sabia que eu ia bater de frente com ele, não.
Nothing here.
Nothing here.
There's somebody there.
Vai, meu Deus, pega aí, vai, meu Deus. A gente pegou o livro. Aí, vamos embora daqui agora, né? Porque aqui não tem nada.
Nothing here.
Deixa eu ver como que eu tô de vida, né? Que eu levei um pouco ali, né? Vou dar uma vida aqui. Ah, agora tem uma pistola, ó. Beleza, né? Vamos pra cá. A gente tem a pistolinha do sono. Ah, ele veio no mesmo lugar, né? Tipo, a gente vê aquela hora de baixo. Agora a gente tem que, acho que do outro lado, porque a gente veio aqui na direita, agora a gente tem que ir pela esquerda. Só não sei porque fica piscando esse negócio aqui. Tem que ir aqui, ó. Vai, fi. Não vai ligar pro povo falar.
Right, and watch out. There are sentries posted on the connecting bridge. They will spot you if you continue on course.
Any recommendations?
Use the hanging mode.
Hanging?
Face any waist-high railing and push the action button to clear the railing and hang over the side. Once there, you can move sideways while keeping out of enemy sight.
All right. I'm giving it a try.
Don't forget the grip gauge. It will keep decreasing during a hanging maneuver, and once it runs out, you will fall.
Eu ia picar bala no maluco. O que eu quero de ficar pendurado? Isso é doido. Simples, ó. Chega aqui, ó. Pronto, por que eu vou me preocupar com esse negócio? Esse negócio, eu tenho medo que esse negócio caia, tá ligado? Esse chão aqui, ele, no PlayStation 2, ele solta essas placas e você cai lá embaixo. Por isso fez esse barulho. Plup, plup, plup. Aí quer dizer que o chão, ele solta aquelas placas do chão, né? Passei fazendo sanguinarismo, hein? Ah, é o Vamp que tá aí. Sai fazendo um balé ali. No Alpha já era. Alpha sem resposta, já foram todos fatiados. Dando um beijo no pescoço do cara lá. Olha lá.
What are you?
A faquinha do John Rambo aí, ó. O lendário.
5 today.
5 hoje.
Or rather, 6.
O melhor 6. Olha lá o Vamp. Vampirão.
Get down!
Foi só na broderagem. Olha o lendário aí, chegou aí, o Snake.
Where is he?
Strange smell. You smell like something. Are you?
It has to be. Shoot him! What are you waiting for?
Ela vai fazendo balé lá.
Yeah, Queen?
Are you all done cleaning up?
Yes, but wait till I tell you what I found.
Something interesting?
I'll tell you in person. Where are you?
In the central unit with the president.
Be right there.
Hold on. I'm not an enemy. Calm down. My name is...
Olha lá, ele ia falar Snake, né?
Pliskin.
Pliskin.
Pliskin. Lieutenant Junior Grade.
Ele quase falou Snake, né?
How did you get in?
Fast rope descent from a Navy chopper.
As baratinhas lá.
Have I seen you before?
That suit. Are you Foxhound?
That's right.
Foxhound was disbanded.
Foi dissolvido.
Where were you before Foxhound? Delta Force?
I was part of the Army's Force 21 trials.
Force 21? That's about tactical IT deployment, right? Any field experience?
No, not really.
So this is your first.
I've had extensive training, the kind that's indistinguishable from the real thing.
Like what?
Sneaking mission 60, weapons 80, advanced...
VR, huh?
But realistic in every way.
A virtual grunt of the digital age, that's just great.
That's far more effective than live exercises.
You don't get injured in VR, do you? Every year, a few soldiers die in field exercises.
There's pain sensation in VR, and even a sense of reality and urgency. The only difference is it isn't actually happening.
That's the way they want you to think, to remove you from the fear that goes with battle situations. War is a video game. What better way to raise the ultimate soldier?
So you're saying that VR training is some kind of mind control?
Right. What's going on?
The Alpha team from Navy SEAL 10 is dead. No, a single survivor.
The kid's wired with nanomachines.
What about the president?
Looks like they took him somewhere else.
I see. You said there was a survivor from SEAL Team 10.
Yeah. Lieutenant J.G. Pliskin.
Has he seen your face?
What?
This is a top-secret mission. No one can know that we're involved.
It's a little too late for that.
Tarde demais pra isso.
What's up?
Take a look.
What the hell?
A Navy captain.
You all right?
Give me a few minutes. Must have lost a few more pints than I thought.
Olha ele com o
What was that
vaporoso
man
dele.
just now?
That blood-sucking freak. That was Vamp.
É vampiro.
He's Romanian, a wizard with knives, as you saw.
The way he moved didn't seem human.
You won't see that in VR, I guarantee.
What is he?
One of the members of Dead Cell.
Dead Cell? Him?
A special forces unit created by ex-President George Sears. The name was originally intended to reflect its anti-terrorist functions. The unit would launch unannounced assaults on government complexes for the ultimate terrorism simulation. They were needed to show VR troopers like you how to deal with the real thing. But around the time their original leader died in prison, the unit began to unravel. They were always close to the edge, but they became more and more extreme, began to go after US allies, even civilians. We estimate that no fewer than 100 people died as a result of accidents the Dead Cell arranged on their own. They were out of control, and it all came to a head 6 months ago.
What happened?
The unit was devastated. There are only 3 left now, and you just saw one of them.
Why would they go after the big shell?
How should I know? I told you they were on the lunatic fringe.
What about their leader? He says he's Solid Snake.
Snake died 2 years ago.
You mean the incident that made this big shell necessary in the first place?
Right, and he was the one that sank that tanker.
But he's a legend.
Ele é uma lenda.
Legends are usually bad news. There's not a lot of difference between heroes and madmen.
You're saying Snake is still alive and pulled another one?
No, he's not involved in this one. His body was positively ID'd 2 years ago.
Snake is dead.
And buried.
Enterrado.
What about the other soldiers? I saw Russian equipment too.
Former Soviet military. They're probably mercenaries. The big shell is too much ground for just Dead Cell members to hold down. You weren't briefed on any of this? And you came in alone to boot? Why? What are you really doing here? Can't tell me, huh?
Não vai me dizer. Não oferece vaporoso pra ele. Eu não fumo.
Keep it anyway. May come in handy. Take this too.
Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Bravo Zero, currently at the bridge between struts B and C. The President is... Damn, I can't hit this thing. It's like some bad dream. Alpha, anyone, come in, all Alpha. This is Bravo Zero.
Aren't you going to answer him?
A lei de fortuna já matou todo mundo.
The BC connecting bridge.
We need to get there. Can you handle it?
I need a few more minutes. Remember my frequency. It's 141.80.
141.80. Got it.
I've been briefed on this plant's layout. If you need information on the place or about Dead Cell, contact me. You're using nano communication, right?
Yeah, but I can patch into your frequency.
Hey, what's your name?
Raiden.
Raiden? Strange code name.
Makes it for the boring one my parents gave me.
Maybe I'll find out someday.
O Snake parece estar envenenado. Tá, né? Deixa eu... Ele tá aí viajando, eu vou catar um item aqui, ó. Sei lá pra que serve isso aí, se é pra um mapa, né? Alguma coisa do mapa. O Snake foi dormir, o pensamento está roncando. É, ele foi dormir mesmo. Tá bom, né, Snake? Como é que eu tô de vida, hein? Deixa eu ver qual é aqui, né? Tá de boa. Ah, o quadro japonesinho lá. Dá um beijo no japonesinho. Esse negócio era zoeiro, né? Todo armário tem uma porta fechada, né? Todo armário que você vai. A fortuna aí deve ser ela. Ela mesma, ó. Nela mesmo. Olha lá, as balas erram ela.
What the hell is that?
Que diabo é isso?
Come, put me out of my misery.
Essa daí é depressiva, essa mulher, né?
This is impossible. Hit her. Is she the one they call Fortune?
Ó, o Vamp.
Queen.
Don't let them take the president! Ready grenades! A dud!
Today is another bad day. Is there anyone here that can give me happiness?
Chamou a mina de rainha, gado demais. Olhando pro cara cair, né? Foi-se embora.
I'm so sorry, my beauties. I'll see you again someday.
Essa mulher é depressiva, hein? Olha lá, as gaivotas caindo dura no chão. Lá vai o Raiden. Vai o Raiden fazer a fofoca.
Colonel, SEAL Team 10's Bravo team was wiped out.
I see.
What happened to the cargo choppers?
Both of them are at the bottom of the harbor. Looks like your new hosts have a Harrier too.
A Harrier? What is this?
Calm down. It just means they anticipated the attack.
What?
Besides, since the SEALs drew their fire, your infiltration went off without a hitch. On top of that, we know their defensive capabilities.
Are you saying this was all a feint?
É o grilo do Nordeste.
The entire mission is in your hands now. Do you understand?
But
there's no time for questions. They could decide to retaliate for that failed assault.
You mean the hostages?
They could be in danger, yes. But we need to consider the possibility that they'll blow the whole shell. If that toxic spell does take place, it'll devastate not only the harbor, but poison the coastline for generations. Raiden, we've had to adjust the mission objectives. The priority is now on removing those C4s that the terrorists wired over the big shell. The president can wait, but this can't.
Colonel, you know I'm
Olha lá, aquele C4 daquela hora, né?
That's not a problem. The Bravo team brought an explosives pro in with them. He was supposed to stand by on Strut C according to their mission plan. You should find him there.
Is this according to simulation too?
What are you talking about? Get to Strut C and find him.
Understood. But I need to ask you something before I go.
Make it quick.
Who are they? Dead Cell, I mean. They couldn't hit her no matter how hard they tried. And that vampire too, it's like being in a nightmare you can't wake up from.
Jack, snap out of it.
And you, Rose, I can't believe you're on this mission. I keep thinking I'll wake up.
Raiden, this is real. And that's why you won't wake up.
But nothing seems real.
I've made up my mind to stay with you. Whether this is real or a bad dream, I'll keep watching you till it's over.
Thank you, Rose. And I won't let you be just a dream.
Are you two done? Raiden, you're needed on Strut C.
É, tem que ser em outra estrutura, né? Porque o bagulho já explodiu tudo. Sobrou algum negócio aqui pra nós? Uma shaft grenade. Capoeira. Que é isso aqui? De lei. Munição, né? A gente não pode perder, né? Ah, o cara das bombas aí.
Freeze! Don't shoot.
You a cop?
I'm not NYPD. I came in with the Bravo team. Who are you with? And what happened to SEAL Team 10?
They're all dead.
All of them? That's bad.
Did I tell you you could move?
It's all right. He's not one of the bad guys. Don't go pointing that thing everywhere, kid. What you
My name is Peter. Peter Stillman.
Lecturer at Navscolio at Indian Head. Also a consultant for the NYPD bomb squad.
A poor old man who got dragged along for this picnic.
I thought you'd retired.
I did.
Parece o pai de família.
As you can see.
Pior que parece.
A famous church got wiped off the map thanks to me, with too many lives inside. All I lost was this leg.
So you're the bomb disposal guy.
Kid, this is the bomb disposal guy. Open any explosives disposal textbook and you'll see his name.
Just ancient history now.
Why did they bring you out of retirement then?
Because the terrorist group here includes one of my students, the Emperor of Explosives, Fat Man.
Homem gordo,
He built an
Fat
atomic
Man.
bomb when he was only 10. I created him in a sense.
And that's why you're here.
I'm pretty rusty. I was supposed to supervise the bomb disposal. Looks like it was taken care of before I had my turn.
I wouldn't say that. There are at least 2 people here who can claim to be experts at bomb disposal.
Are you two with SEAL Team 10? I didn't see you at the mission briefing.
Oh, we're with another squad. My name is Pliskin, Lieutenant Junior Grade. Honored to meet you, sir.
Mr. Pliskin, do you have any experience with explosives disposal?
Don't worry about me. And he looks young, but he can do it. But we need more manpower.
I'm,
What's your name?
Raiden.
Raiden?
That's an odd name.
Que nome
Any
esquisito.
other survivors?
There was also an engineer with me.
An engineer?
A skinny guy. He went in with us.
Where is he?
I haven't seen him since that skirmish.
Was he killed?
I don't think so. I didn't find his body.
I see.
They told me he was a security systems architect for the big shell.
Why would they take a civilian along?
Everything in this structure is computer controlled. He was supposed to get us past all the security measures.
I never heard anything about that.
He had official orders with him.
We'll leave that for later. Right now, we need to figure out how to deal with all the bombs.
But there's no one left from the SEAL's EOD squad.
Yup, so we have to do it ourselves.
But I've never defused a bomb before. Hold on a sec.
Off to confer with the CO again?
Glad to hear Stillman is safe. Assist him in any way possible to clear the C4 from the structure.
Colonel, you know I've never been trained in bomb disposal.
It's all right. The man you're working with is the best in the field. All you have to do is follow his directions. You will, of course, keep your identity and mission objectives to yourself.
Is it true that an engineer came in with Stillman?
I wasn't informed of that. It's probably something the SEALs decided on their own. There are more important issues at hand, Raiden. The enemy may retaliate for the failed assault. Get those C4s neutralized now.
Colonel, I'm not qualified for bomb disposal.
Jack, it's me.
Rose?
You can do this. Trust me.
You haven't had bomb disposal training per se in VR, but you're more than capable of handling C4.
This is a little different from using C4.
You're up for this. You know that.
How about it? Are the results in yet?
There's no need to think about this so much. You won't actually be dismantling the bomb. That's not for amateurs. What we'll try here instead is a temporary freezing measure. Here, look at this. This is a C4 bomb. It's live. You can see it pulsing. Now you spray this on the sucker and there we go. Simple, huh? The spray freezes the detonator instantly.
How long does the effect last?
There's no way the thing can detonate in this condition. Even if you leave it alone, it'll stay out of commission for at least 24 hours.
That's enough time.
If we had the manpower, I'd recommend complete disposal. But this will have to do. The spray can be used from several yards away. Now check the floor, ceiling, walls, under a table, everywhere. Try to imagine the locations the bomber would choose.
That won't be easy. We don't know a thing about Fat Man.
Is there anything that'll help us locate the bombs?
Here, take this with you. It's what they call an ion mobility spectrometer. It can recognize ionized gas emitted by C4s.
The what?
In other words, that little gadget sniffs out
Cheira as bombas.
That's right. I've established a link up with your radar network, so any scent detected will be represented visually. Have the sensor activated and keep your eye on the radar.
What if he's using some other odorless substance?
I know Fat Man well. I know how into his own aesthetics he is.
Signatures?
Yes. On every bomb he builds, he always leaves a trace of the cologne he uses. The sensor also picks up that particular scent spectrum.
Is that something he learned from you?
No, it was his own quirk. He wouldn't work by any rules except his own, and he followed them like a religion. And common sense wasn't one of his strong points. I thought I taught him everything I knew. I have no children of my own, and I thought I found a son in him. He had the right stuff, you know. There's something very unusual about an ability like that. Even at Indian Head, he got special treatment. I remember some people called him one of the fat cats. Maybe that's what started all this. I didn't teach him the most important thing I had to tell him. There are some things you have to pass on. The trick is to know which one. Right. All I taught him was skills. And now I have to stop him from using it to destroy us all.
Let's see how well that sensor works.
All right. I'm activating them. Watch. You see the green stuff on the radar? That's a visual representation of the C4 scent detected by the sensor.
It's a pretty big area, isn't it?
Don't complain. It's better than nothing.
Just activate the sensors and search the area, okay? Don't forget that you need the radar to use this system. Log into the node at every strut and turn the radar on.
We have to keep out of the enemy's sight, too.
Because the radar gets knocked offline when we're spotted?
Exactly. Fat Man would have allotted some C4s here in Strut C as well.
Here?
I know the structure of this facility, and if he wants to take out the plant, where he would target.
You know this for sure?
Of course. I taught him the techniques he uses. His ideas are based on my theories. Demolition is a kind of ideology. It makes no exceptions for time or place. Big shell consists of 2 hexagons joined end on end, north to south. There should be packets of C4s on each of the vertices, or the struts in this case. You need at least that to take a building of this integrity out.
6 on shell 1, another 6 on shell 2. A total of 12 bombs at least.
Considering the shell's architecture and composition from an engineering standpoint, that's my conclusion, and it's exactly what he would have decided as well.
Kid, this place is all yours. I'll take care of shell 2.
Take this.
What's this?
Security card, issued to Shell personnel.
Cartão de
The big
acesso.
Shell security layout includes varying levels of clearance. The clearance level is identified by the number printed on these doors. Writing, your card key can open doors with security clearance level 1. Pliskin, your card can get you into level 3 areas. You'll need it to get next door to Shell 2.
How did you get this?
That engineer I told you about gave it to me. He was supposed to program a set of all access cards once we were on site. Unfortunately, this card won't get you into every area of this structure.
We'll have to deal with the remaining security lockouts as they come up. Let's get going.
Vamos indo.
You stay here.
No, I'm going.
The two of us can handle it, don't worry.
But...
You'll just slow us down with that leg of yours. There's a war going on here. I don't have time to babysit anymore.
Why don't you just let us handle the grunt work? You can tell us what to do over the radio, like in the original mission plan.
All right. I'll give you instructions from here. I may also need to prepare a backup plan just in case.
In case of what?
Good luck to both of you. This is a dangerous one.
Who dares, wins.
If anything comes up, let me know. My frequency is 140.25.
Good luck, kid. I'll see you later.
Vejo depois.
Semper Fi.
Minha roupa do Raiden lembra muito a roupa do Psycho Mantis,
That man's no SEAL. I don't even think he's a Navy man.
What?
Semper Fi. Marine Corps talk. Normally, team leaders stay in the CP and give orders with those headphones. And as far as I know, SEALs keep their officers away from the field. And Who Dares Wins is a model of the British Special Air Service.
Is he one of the terrorists, then?
No, somehow I don't think so. If there's someone to suspect, I'd put my money on you. Just take care of those bombs for now.
What about you? They could be back in this area soon.
I'll hide out in this pantry for a while. If I lock the door, it should be all right. Plenty of food in here too, so you don't need to worry about me. I'll give you instructions by Kodak from here. Good luck, kid. Bomb disposal is a face-off with your own mortality. Don't let the fear get to you. When you give in to the fear, the darkness comes.
Fechou a porta na cara do Raiden. Vou ter que usar isso aqui, né? Para achar as bombas. Nossa, o esperto ficou logo na cozinha, claro, ele já enche a barriga ali, né, bobo? Você acha que ele é bobo? Ele já enche, faz uma boquinha ali já, né? Ó, tem uma bomba por aqui, né? Bem aqui, ó. A bomba tá aqui, ó. Ué. Não, falou que ela tá aqui. Aqui? What? Ué. Vamos ver aqui, peraí. Ué. Deixa eu ver aqui, peraí. Ah lá, ó, cheio. Aí agora o bagulho faz barulho. Ah lá, ó. Aí desarmou.
Right in here. I took care of the C4 in Strut C. The ceiling of the women's bathroom was set to blow.
That's not like him.
Anything wrong?
Maybe. Pliskin's reported other locations too, and none of them are effective demolition points.
What do you mean?
It means that they wouldn't be the best places to choose if you wanted to destroy this place.
Are you saying they don't plan on blowing the shell up?
It certainly seems that way. So far we haven't seen anything but a waste of good explosives. Unless, of course, we're missing something.
A trap?
He couldn't have overlooked the fact that I would be called into this. There's something going on.
Saber então. Aqui não tem nada, então não vou trabalhar cá. Ou não é aqui mesmo? Peraí, deixa eu ver. Peraí. Ah, aqui já tem soldado. Oh, o cara é ninja, hein, rapaz. Nem me viu, já me meteu a bota, velho. Rapaz, o cara nem me viu, já meteu a bota na minha cara. Ó, o cara tá escondido na cozinha. O cara foi reflexo Deus ali agora, hein? Rapaz, cheguei perto, já meteu a bota na minha cara. Vamos conversar com esse maluco aí, ó. Chega perto de mim, não. Ó, a pilantrieira ali, ó. Sei que o maluco teve um reflexo de deuses ali agora, hein? Nem me viu, rapaz. Já ficou a bota na minha cara. Dorme aí, vai dormir. Você também, você tá muito cansado. Tinha mais outro maluco.
Nothing here.
Nothing here. Cadê aquele maluco lá embaixo? Olha. Oh, cara. Dá uma carriolinha nele, cara, pra ver se ele libera alguma coisa, né? Como é que eu tô de vida, hein? Falou que a bomba tá ali, né? Então fechou. Sutil igual martelo. Mas você não viu aquela lá, Dob? Meu cara já viu, nem me viu, já picou a bota na minha cara já. Isso é louco. Rapaz, o que foi aquilo? Aqui achei onde está a nossa queridinha. Chegou a ferro, vou chamar o povo aqui. Vai, Ryan, pula aí a cerquinha aí pra não ir embora. Não é só pular aqui, ó, a gente já corria pra lá e já era, mas o Ryan não quer pular.
No sign of the missing man. Nothing else to report.
Ixi, tá vendo carniça aí já, ó. Bem que ele podia pular aqui, né, velho? Mas não pula. Daqui a pouco os caras vão mandar recado. Ô, por que você não falou nada? Por quê? Por quê? Não tem nada. Vamos lá naquele computador. Poeira, poeira. Vai, Raiden. Olha lá, quase, você já ia começar, já. Marcação aí com ponto aí é uma bomba, acho que é. Que fica.
Jack, is that you?
A mulher pergunta se eu sou o Jack. Mas claro, quem que ia estar ligando pra ela pra salvar o jogo? Que Zeca, hein?
Rose, no comment.
Sem comentários sobre.
I've killed someone.
Jack, it's a battlefield.
My opponents are living, breathing human beings. This isn't like the VR training. They have bodies. They have had lives. I took all that away from them.
But you've got no choice if you want to survive.
And yet, maybe because of the VR training, I can't help but try and block out that reality. It's the only way I can manage to fight.
Jack.
What?
I don't care what it takes, just as long as you come back alive. Do whatever it takes, please. Just come back in one piece.
Okay.
I'm on it.
What can I do for you?
Manter mais um save. Pronto.
See ya.
Ela mandou embora logo, vai embora logo. Então agora deu pra entender um pouco. Ó. Então aqui tipo, tem uma bomba. Aqui tem outra bomba. Aqui tem outra, aqui tem outra. Interessante, né? Como que eu mudo ela pra cima agora? Não quer ir. Ah, interessante. Parece que alguém vai ser violado. Deixa eu ver que hora que é, velho. Nossa, cara, tarde já, hein, rapaz. Mas fica assim então, galerinha. Eu vou encerrar a live por aqui. Amanhã a gente continua na parte 2, hein. Só não sei porque o gráfico do jogo ficou ruim assim. Porque na hora que a gente aperta o botão para iniciar a gravação, ele mexe na textura do jogo. Algum atalho. Amanhã eu vou dar uma arrumada nisso aí. Mas beleza então. Valeu, Doberman. Valeu mesmo aí pela presença aí, brother. Valeu mesmo, hein. Mas fica assim então, galerinha. Amanhã a gente continua aí na parte 2, beleza? Uma boa noite a todos, muito obrigado por tudo aí, valeu mesmo, hein? Fiquem com Deus e nos vemos amanhã, hein? Se Deus quiser, na próxima live, beleza? Falou e fui!